Hi and welcome to Sharkspan TV with your man Humphrey. This is Sharkspan TV where we're keeping it black and white and nothing else matters. It's the finals, guys. It's the finals weekend, and I'm excited that we made it through the finals. 4 games cancelled, guys. After 12 rounds, 13 rounds actually, 12 rounds. Sorry, 4 games cancelled. Three due to COVID, three due to the looting thing, and then one due to COVID. We made it. We lost some games along the way. And, the previous match, I was talking about how we made it to the first semifinals. Of course, winning a tight game by 4 points last weekend against Rikwas at home. It wasn't a really, really exciting game, especially the second half. I tell you, those Rikwas guys, they have some stamina. They kept on pushing and pushing. And, at the end, we made it. At the end, we got it over the line thanks to Cohen Bosch and his kicking. He missed one kick, but most of the tries that we scored, he actually placed the conversion and a few penalties along the way. But they gave us a tough time, and I'm sure that this finals will be even tougher, considering it's the Bulls. Now, yeah, before we just get into the intricate part of this video, I just want to say thank you for always, supporting, watching the shows, watching the videos. I'm always grateful. And, keep on liking and sharing. Remember, we almost 15 or so days to the new season, which starts on the 25th. The URC tournament, where we'll be playing teams from Europe, and we'll break it down further now that we'll have time to prepare along the way. But before that, there's just a small matter of the finals again, the Currie Cup finals again. Can't believe we're here once again after being here in February. Same venue, Loftus Versfeld, same opponents, the Bulls, but we are short. Both teams are short in terms of the players, because some of our players are in the Springbok. Eight, well, actually seven right now that Thomas Detour has returned, but we'll go back to that. So just before that, we'll do a bit of housekeeping, some news, some rugby news making headlines along the week or the weekend. Well, we'll start with the Springboks are playing their game tomorrow against Wallabies in the third round of the rugby championships. And of course, we just want to give big props to the guys who will start tomorrow, all Springboks, but especially for Chelsea Sharks. Of course, they have their captain, Sia Kolisi, who will start. We have Makazole Mapimpi, we have Lucanio Am, and Sbunkosi gets his start as well in the team. So we have four there. I think, I was just looking at the replacement, and Apelele Fasi doesn't make it, but of course he's in the squad. Grant Williams as well is in the squad, and we're just thinking. And Bongi Bonambi will be the hooker, but of course he hasn't played for Sharks. He's coming to play in the URC tournament, and it's actually exciting just seeing our Sharks players go out there, express themselves, do really well. I've liked how Mapimpi and Spoonkosi as well, when he gets his chance, have reacted. Lucanio Am has really made a good partnership in the center, considering he hasn't made a lot of caps in the Springbok. They really like him. He's almost like a vice captain in the team. And Sia Kolisi, the captain, he's really stepped up his game. If he performs like how he performs in the Springboks, when he comes to the Sharks, I tell you, we'll have a very good flank in our side. And that's one of the reasons we signed him. We've signed a lot of players in the Sharks, and Sean Everett and the coaching staff won't have an excuse when we go to the URC tournament. And I think that actually will be a boost to them, and we won't have any excuses making that we are short here and here. And I really think that Edward Kotsia, the CEO of Sharks, has really supported this coach, and I'm excited to see this. So Going to the second bit of news is the Sharks and Toyota Cheetahs have made a pact, or have made a kind of a cooperation agreement where we're gonna loan some of our players to them, and where they're gonna loan some of their players to us, considering that the tournaments won't clash. So I'm gonna read a bit of statement that was made in the Sharks website. You can read most of it there. I'm just gonna read a few sentences that they said. The Chelsea Sharks and Toyota Cheetahs have announced cooperation agreement for the exchange of players and to support each other on a broad front. From the two franchises' perspective, this step benefits both teams in terms of their game as well as financial, and the move in the broader interest of South African rugby. Now, we all know that how COVID has impacted their finances. The players had their contracts actually annulled when we went into lockdown, and before the Super Rugby Unlocked started, they were given a chance to either re-sign or move abroad. It was a time period where they had to hold most of their contract. The blanket contract of the contract is ending, and you can make a decision whether to renew a contract in the team that you are in or to move abroad. And we've seen people like Mapimpi renew, but had an agreement where he had a loan spell over in Japan just to cater for the finances as well. And other players move abroad in our team as well. So it really bodes well that this agreement has come with Toyota Cheetahs. It's not a new agreement, although Sharks is the first time we're making it, but Cheetahs haven't made have made this agreement before with the likes of Rikwas, other teams in Japan as well, sponsored by Toyota. So it's not a new phenomenon that teams can make a new agreement, uh, so long as they don't play, or some of the tournaments that they play don't clash. And I just want to continue with the statement and say, to this end, we confirm that Cheetah scrum half Ruan Pina and Tian Meyer will be joining the Chelsea Sharks on short-term deals. Meyer will be available for the URC outbound tour and will then return to Toyota Cheetahs. And then for Pina, he says that Pina will be involved for a longer period in the competition, and his invaluable experience and knowledge of the Irish playing conditions will be hugely beneficial and a great boost to the Sharks' prospects in Europe. And of course, they're talking about Ruan Pina having played in Ulster. Remember, Ruan Pina started his career in Boland, in the Free State there, and then moved to the Sharks between 2004 and 2010, where he made 99 caps. So I suppose this will be his 100th cap when he comes and plays for the Sharks. It's a good move, signing both scrum halves. We have a shortage of scrum half. What's his name? Jaden Hendrickse. He's injured. And in the Springbok camp, we took, Grant Williams is in the Springbok camp. So we only have Sanele Nohamba starting, really starting. And we'll see in the fasting lineup where first 15, where we've made contingencies for that. And Ruan Pina comes in with a bit of experience from Ulster, playing in Ireland. Remember, we'll go and meet the likes of Ulster in the URC tournament, and other teams as well. So it's a bold move. It's a good move, and he's returning back to playing where he was actually playing. This is where he made a big step, where he was called up by the Springbok, and he played in the Springbok till 2015. Played in the 2011 World Cup, 2007, 2011 World Cup as well. So it's a good move for both teams and for both of us, so that we provide more cover. We have more depth in the likes of experience as well. And I like how we moved like this, just to cover, just to hold covers when Grant Williams and Jaden Hendrickson return to the team. I'm sure that they'll have plenty of learning to do when it comes to Ruan Pina teaching them how to do the scrum half position. And we needed this. Remember, in the semi-finals against Griquas, Cohen Bosch actually had to cover because when Sanele Noamba left, Cameron Wright came in and he had a shoulder injury. So he went out. So Cohen Bosch had to cover for both scrum halves. And if you are short in scrum half position, it will really really mess up our game when it comes to the tournament. So that's that. Those are the two bits of news that I wanted to share, and we'll go straight into the team or head to head or something. What we need to know before this clash. Of course, this is our fifth time, or this is our fifth final meeting the Bulls, the sixth final, sorry, fifth being the February, where we came in the Currie Cup after the Super Rugby unlocked. We met them and they really tormented us. They scored the last minute try. It went even to extra time, almost extra time, because it was 85th minute, I think, or 82nd, if I'm not wrong. Someone correct me. And they scored the last try. We had a really young team. Kieran Van Furen, Enko Fenter there, Jenny Hendricks starting. Yeah, I remember him having a clash with the referee where the ref was telling him, hey, don't tell me how to do my job. So it was a fairly young team. The likes of Oxenche in the prop position. Yeah, we're missing Oxenche as well, who's in the Springbok team. So it's really, really a vital time to meet the Bulls. They are penultimate or perennial rivals, and we are the top two clubs in terms of SA rugby. And let's look at how we performed in the previous tournaments or finals that we met them. In 1990, yeah, we won 18-12 in Pretoria, in Loftus. In 2003, that heartbreak, the one that it really ate us so much. We won, the Bulls, sorry, won 40-19 as well in Loftus. And then they came to the Shark Tank, where we won 14-9 in Dubs in 2008. And quick fact, actually in 2008, that's when I started supporting Sharks. So if you didn't know, now you know that in 2008, that season where we saw the Beast coming in. Remember, he was very young, I think 23 or so. He had this short hair or something. But yeah, that's when I started supporting our lovely South Sharks. In 2020, we met in Loftus as well after extra time. I was correct when I said it went into extra time. After extra time, we lost 26-19 in Loftus. So we've had a lot of tournaments in the Loftus, and statistically it lies with them, having won two out of the three that we met. Well, three out of the four that we met in Loftus Versfeld, and we only won one in Pretoria. So we have to really step up. And these are the comments that Sean Everett said ahead of the game. And I quote, "We know the Bulls have a massive pack of forwards. They are playing well and were sublime in the semi-finals. It is all about momentum. We know what's coming our way with regards to how they play, and the emphasis for us will be about stopping their momentum and stopping their big carriers." So he's talking of the pack, of course, of the forwards that really, really impacts the line. And of course, they have Monestein as a fly half that can kick anytime. And this is the thing that I want to do, actually, or that I want to see from Sharks. Once we get a penalty, once we get somewhere close, I want Cohen Bosch, I want Lionel Cornier, whoever is starting, just to kick the ball. Once we get penalties, I don't want the balls to go to the corner. We try and maul and stuff, because they have a very good pack. They will stop them all. So I want points early on in the game. I want to open a 9-point gap when they score a try and a conversion, 7-9. we're still comfortable. I want us to open that so that when we go looking for tries, we know that we are just securing our lead. And that's the thing I want to see. I also want to see centers, Marius Lowe, and whoever, Werner Koch, come into play. Marius Lowe, I've liked how he's grown as a guy. I've liked how he's really bulked up in terms of he wants to take that Andre Esterhuizen kind of look. I think him and Lucanio Am will partner when it comes to centers there. Werner Koch is a very athletic guy. He really, when he tackles and steps up and all that, I like how he does that. And then we have Takir Abrams. I want him to get the ball a lot. I want Takir to get the ball. I want him to run. I want him to just run rugged there. Someone in the scrum half, someone in the fly half, just kick the ball, kick a grabber so that Takir Abrams can chase. I want fullback Corin Bosch to really secure that fullback position. Last time, he was really like playing the defense mostly against Requas. He was playing defense. And we will see people like Apelele Fasi, when they come and they are fly halves, they actually join the back line when it's attacking. And then when it's defending, that's when they drop deep. But I want Cohen Bosch to join the line. So give an extra man, give an extra overlap in terms of how the ball, if the ball is flowing to the right, I want him to be there so that he can just pursue and we get some breakouts. We've been gaining advantage when it comes to phases, when we play in phases, particularly when we played against Requas. We actually went over the advantage line in phases, formed a rack, and then took the ball out and stuff like that. And that's what I want to continue. I want the game to continue like that. So those are my thoughts of the game. Ultimately, I want a very, very high, intense clash. I want everyone to be on top of their game. No one to drop their head, even if we fall behind until the last whistle. So that's what I want. And it's going to be tough considering, the Bulls team. So finally, let's get into the starting 15 for both teams. Um, First of all, we've had a boost where some of the uh, players in the Bulls, well, it's not a boost because I really wish them quick recovery, honestly, because COVID is going around and they've been affected by COVID, and we'll see who's actually missed out in terms of Bulls, who's going to replace him. And one of their centers, you know, Conor Hendricks, is still there. He's still playing there, and that's the guy who's had really a really nice run in the Currie Cup tournament in terms of Bulls. So let's look at what they have for us. In props, there's Gerard Steenkamp and Mone Smith, and then Joe Van Sale is the hooker. Second rowers or locks will be Yanko Swanepoel and Ruan Noche, and then Marcel Kotsia and Arno Buota in the flank position. Marcel is the captain, and then Elric Lowe and Zach Berger. Elric Lowe is the eighth man. Zach Berger is the scrum half. Chris Smith comes in fly half position. Madosh Tambwe continues in the blind side wing with Conor Hendricks in the open side wing. Then Harold Foster and Lionel Mapoe comes in, and Lionel comes from Western Province. Is playing now in Bulls. Lionel and Harold Foster start in the center position with fullback of David Krill. Their replacement will be Jan-Henrik Wissel, Spiwe Matanzima, Jack Van Rooyen, Jack Duplessis, Vijay Steenkamp, Keegan Johannes, and Johan Kombrick or David Kotsia, whoever will make it to the team, Stravino Jacobs. And we've seen Stravino Jacobs, when he comes in, he really holds the play really nice. So they have a very good back as well, and Jake White knows how to do this replacement thing. They have an impact, especially Jack Duplessis. Now, before we move on to our team, we know that they've announced that Bismarck Duplessis will join the Bulls at age of 37. And I commented in one of their, tweets, and I was like, no, I'm losing my head because he's a Sharks legend. We all know about the Duplessis brothers when they played, Remember the 2012 semifinals against the Reds, Super Rugby semifinals against the Reds, where they tore it up, and other things. So it was Bismarck and Yanni Duplessis as a hooker, and then the Beast as a tight end prop. And that was our front row back in the day. And to see someone like Bismarck go into the Bulls, man. Okay, it's about his career, but he is a Sharks legend. So I want you to tell me, guys, what do you think? What do you think of this decision for Bismarck Duplessis going to the Bulls? Do you think it's gonna dampen his legendary status at the Sharks or not? Let me know in the comment section below. Right. So our starting 15, I think the coach Son Everett has actually kept most of the team that started in the semifinals. And let's look at it. Our pros will be Kwesi Mona, who comes in. Tuntuko Mtunu actually started as loser, with Thomas Dutoy coming in as tight head. Thomas has come back from his Springbok duty. Is now coming in place of the other Mkunu, Tutuka Mkunu, and who's the other Mkunu? The Kuta. Yeah, Kuta Mkunu. Right. So props will be Kwesi Mona and Thomas Dutoy. Hooker continues as Kieran Van Furen. Then we'll have LaRue Roots, who really played well in that game. Good ball carrier, and Kripran Krobler, who actually good in the air as well. Then flanks will be Dylan Richardson and Henko Fenter. Pepsi Butelezi, our captain, will be 8th man. Then Sanele Nohamba comes in as a scrum half. Lionel Cronier, I want him to step up because he has a quiet game in the semis. He left most of the kicking also to Corinne Bosch. I want him to step up that position. And then Takir Abrams, blindside wing, with the Yao Peng as open side. Marius Lowe and Werner Koch continue their center partnership with Corinne Bosch as the fullback. The replacements will be Dan Yosta and Tutuko Mkunu, Kuta Mkunu, Tembalani Boli, Reniel Hugo, Lucky Dlepu. Lucky actually comes in as just as what do they call scrum half replacement. So we don't have a cover for scrum half. Remember, Cameron Wright was injured, so Lucky Dlepu, under 21 Sharks, actually played for the Western Province as well. But under 21 Sharks comes in as a replacement. And what time for him? Currie Cup finals, what a way to step up. If you're given that opportunity, Lucky, be lucky, Yeah, and then Jeremy Ward and Anthony Forming as the rest of the replacement. Once again, our team will be Kwesi Mona and Thomas Dutoy as props, Kieran Van Furen as hooker, LaRue Roots and Krepan Krobler as locks, Dylan Richardson and Henko Fenter as flanks, Pepsi Butelezi 8th man, Sanelo Nohamba scrum half, Lionel Cronier as fly half, Taki Abrahams and Yao Peng as wings, Marius Lowe and Werner Koch as centers, and Cohen Bosch in the fullback position. So let me know where you're watching this tournament from, these finals. Let me know your say of the team, and if you're gonna beat the Bulls, we'll come back after the game and just talk about our reactions. I might try to come live. I might try to produce a short as well. But I just want to talk to you guys and see how you reacted to the Bulls game. Yeah, I hope we're gonna win. We have to lift a trophy soon, man. It's been 2 years or so that we haven't lifted a trophy. 2018 was our last. 3 years, not 2 years. 2018 was our last in the Currie Cup finals against Western Province, and we have to lift this trophy. I'm tired of Bulls winning everything against Sharks. you know. But yeah, that's it, guys. Enjoy the tournament, and I will see you later on after the game. But do enjoy. Let me know in the comment sections below where you're watching the game from, and enjoy the finals, guys. I'll see you.